And what's good, world? SmartDegenerates coming back at y'all. Right now, for our newbies, we're gonna school y'all in the various types of gambling outlets you can go to facilitate your bets, different types of betting, and how to manage your money. Because if you can't bet with air, you can't bet with IOUs. And if you're fucking with a bookie, you definitely don't want to be betting nothing that you don't got.
All bets must be paid. All debts must be paid.
All debts must be paid. And don't bet what you can't cover. Big money.
That is fucking key, man.
That can keep your limbs intact.
Hey, man, I've been there before betting with shit I don't have, and you just fucking drowned in a hole, and it's fucking hard to recover
Not
from.
a good place to be.
But, you know, you live and you learn. I'm able to talk about it today, so.
And keeping with our theme of making this as much like the stock market as possible,
Right.
you don't take your last 1,000 and put it all on one stock.
Nah.
The goal is to incrementally buy more stock over time.
Right.
So if it's $5 a day, you're going to bet $5 a day till you get to that next level. Your focus in this whole process is a magical thing called compound interest. And we were applying that same principle to gambling. Every week you're going to bet $25 and that's all you got. And that's all you need to bet. Let us make money for you. Let us get you to a 60% win rate so that 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, when we go to raise the units, it's based on the fact that we're always betting 5% of our total bankroll. And as we hit, your bankroll grows, it pulls your units up, and in our next episode, we'll show you the real chart of how your money can grow over time. And again, we go from there.
Right. That's why with this gambling, sports investing, whatever you like to call it, it's a marathon and not a sprint. You know, we're thinking about next year, 2-3 years from now, what the bankroll can be, as opposed to just hitting and how much we can make today. You know, because sports ain't going nowhere. They're gonna have NBA season every year, NFL, MLB, it's every year. So if you can get a good system, we can get money forever. That's a long time. You understand that?
I want to retire in 20 years.
We can retire. I'm trying to retire next year and just bet on sports. Let's just do that. Season is coming every year. Football, you know, basketball. We can smack every year. You just got to think it's a marathon, not a sprint. So what we like to do and tell you guys to do is start with the bankroll. You know, whether it's $100, $500, $1,000. Whatever you can afford to start with, you start with that.
Without setting yourself back.
What's a bankroll exactly? I mean, how would you define a bankroll?
I would define a bankroll is money a person could afford to put away and let grow. You know?
May I make $1,000 a paycheck? Is that my bankroll? Or
no, if you make $1,000 a paycheck, you need to pay them bills, and then you need to see what you have left over after the bills, and then that's the bankroll. So if you only got $200 after you done paid your rent, then $200 is the bankroll. Don't take the fucking rent check and put it on a game. No, pay the rent and just use the $200, and we're gonna grow the $200. Take the $200, turn it into 3, turn it into 6 to 1,000, and so on and so forth.
Run it up,
and we just you grow it organically. You're not gonna get rich overnight. We tried that; it doesn't work. Try to hit an 18 parlay, 7-teamer, all that shit is out.
Lotto tickets.
Yeah, it's fucking lotto ticket. That's all it is. What we do is we pick consistent winners over time. We're just going to get rich. So if we continue on hitting consistently at least 60% of the time, we're going to be rich forever. And just follow us. It's simple. I know it sounds easy, but we've been losing for a long time, man. You got to pay your debts in any game you get into. And at this point, I think I paid my debts in this gambling world, and I think it's starting to turn around.
All right, now guys, my personal favorite, I'd say, is Vegas because it's less bullshit, and you go pick up as soon as you win or lose. But out of bookies, out of Vegas, and out of gambling online, what do y'all prefer? What do y'all feel?
Oh, Vegas all day.
Yeah,
Vegas all day. Because, for one, you have to put the money up. Ain't no betting on credit in Vegas. You go up to that window.
Ain't no inflated point spreads.
Yeah. That's we're gonna get to that. But that goes. Vegas helps you out with money management as opposed to a bookie. A bookie, he'll give you a credit line, 500, 1,000, depends on your bookie.
Just enough to hang yourself every paycheck.
And that's exactly what it is. You're gonna hang yourself every week.
Emotional, you're gonna chase.
Yeah, and that's where people get screwed.
That's where the second half of the name takes over.
Right.
And again, first thing accepting is that we are all degenerates.
Right.
Gambling is a sickness.
Right.
It's a bad habit. But again,
if you're gonna be a degenerate, you're gonna be a smart degenerate. You gotta be a smart degenerate. And if you're gonna gamble, do it smart. Don't fucking bet your whole wad on one game just because you like this team or just because you're a fan.
And then if you've been in a group setting, bet within your means. If Johnny's making $19 an hour, you're making $12.
Right. That goes back to the bankroll. Us three all don't have the same bankroll. Nobody has the same bankroll. I mean, you could pick a starting point. You guys are going to share, go in on the line together. But for the most part, your bankroll is going to be based on your income or your savings if you already have some money saved up. So you want to take your bankroll and you want to bet a very small percentage of the bankroll. How much, Mace?
I mean, 5%.
5% of
maybe
the bankroll.
10% if you feel strong.
5 to 10 is all we're betting each time.
But understand, if you want to bet $50 a game, you would need to have a bankroll of at least $500 to $1,000 to even facilitate you betting $50 a game.
Right.
You know, and that protects you from your emotions, because if all I've got is $1,000, I can grow 50 at a time, 50 at a time. Your first hit. Well, let's say you win 2 games in a row. Now your 1,000 is at $1,100, right? At $50 a game. My new 5% is $55. Let's hit another couple. I can slowly but surely go from a $50 player to a $100 player,
Easy.
$100 player, $150.
Easy.
And once you've established week after week, on average, you're hitting 5% a week of growth. Then you start talking about that compounding interest again.
Right.
Now you feel confident to take $500 on a game because you've built a $20,000 bankroll.
Right.
You didn't do it overnight. Every other day, every other week, you're just taking numbers, taking notes.
Right. Right. And you can look up, and in 2-3 years, you'll be $1,000 a game type player. And I don't know about you, but that's where I'm headed towards.
Which actually raises a great point when we're talking about how do you establish a bankroll.
Yeah.
It's not only that it's money you're not going to be scared to lose, it's money that you don't need if you win it. You cannot win the $100 and go to the movies with it.
Right.
Your winnings build a bigger pot to bet bigger amounts for the future.
Right.
Live off your interest.
That's a great point, because when I first started winning that gambling, I would use it as reward money or just go blow it because it would be extra money and not just hoard that shit like you should have did.
Yeah,
this is a fact of life.
It's a business. You are your own business in this type of industry. So what you're doing is you take your profits and you reinvest it in your own company, and that's just how it works.
And the government awards you for that.
Yeah.
If you go to cash out your winnings in the stock market, if you want to cash out those dividend payments, you're going to get taxed a nice percentage for your capital gains, right? So now this is not the stock market. We can't tax you for capital gains, but your own bad behavior will be its own tax on you.
You take your winnings
and put them back in the pot.
You go blow it on a nice dinner. You go blow it on your girl a nice bag or whatever the fuck you're going to buy. And then you keep playing, and then now you're losing, and now you done spent the money, and you done lost some money. So now you're back on ground zero.
Both ends.
Yeah. So
now again, if you build yourself up to a point where you're making enough money that you want to take a percentage of winnings towards disposable income, then you make that assessment. But if I'm winning 5% and I take 1% out, that means that my new betting balance has to reflect the money I've taken out of the pot as well.
Right.
I can't keep the same level of bets and 5% increases.
Right.
If I'm also spending half of that money, I have to numbers never lie. Excuse me. They're the truest thing in the world. The math is the math. So you have to respect that, and it'll be good to you over time. It's no different from anybody who has a 401k, investment money, you in the dope game. Whatever you do, buying and selling, knowing when to let go of a stock or a commodity, that's it.
It's the same shit.
What 50 Cent say? It ain't my fault you fucked up your re-up at the dice game.
Who told you to put a G up?
You know?
Should have kept shooting them dubs.
Man.
You should have kept shooting them dubs. And that's a good point, man. And this gambling thing, since the Super Bowl is coming every year, basketball is coming every year, it's all about living to fight another day. So what? You lost today, but there's a game tomorrow. There's always gonna
like
be
basketball.
There's always a game tomorrow, man. We don't get too horny on any one game. I know people like to go bet their whole check on the Super Bowl. That's fucking dumb. Super Bowl is just one Sunday out of the year. You know, it's one fucking game. It's just 16 games a week in football. So
I guarantee there's more basketball coming on that very next day.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was 3 games on the day before the Super Bowl.
Let me get GS against the Bobcats in a random February 8th.
Man.
I'll take it. I'll take it every time.
Come on, man. We leave our emotions at the door, man. We don't bet on our own teams just to bet on them. See that team, Titans squad? That's me.
They've been taking that out of ass whooping. He's
feel
been
me?
cashing out on them.
Hey, and I'll tell you right now, I will bet against them in a second. And Mason, he was betting against the Niners too because he was smart. But they but
we won 2 games last year. I'm not going to bet against them. We get blown out every game. I hope we win.
The country way for years, we take precedence every fucking day. So it don't matter if my dad was out there and his team was losing. If they losing, if they not gonna cover the spread, I'm gonna find a reason why they're not gonna cover it. I'm gonna slam them.
Yeah, leave that emotional shit at the crib because this gambling, betting with your emotions is gonna get you cracked. Fuck that.
And again, if you want to put in a friendly bet, what I recommend, you have to establish your bankroll for your true business of gambling. You want to take some side $50, $100 and bet it on your favorite team? Fine. That's your fuck off money. But that's not part of your bankroll. That's not part of your process. You know, you're always going to be emotional about your team. So why even pretend? Admit you're degenerate already. Fucking degenerate.
We're all degenerates. We're all degenerates, but we're smart degenerates.
And back to your own team thing, because I got a homeboy. Now, my homeboy likes the Cavs and he likes the Patriots. Mm-hmm. But my homeboy's not a gambler, and I try to tell my homeboy, like, if you were a gambler and if you stuck to the tools that these guys were just stressing as far as your units, managing your money, this dude, I mean, the Patriots are in the Super Bowl every year. They go 12-4 every year, and the Cavs need no introduction. So that's a lot of money to be won if those two are your favorite teams and you watch their every game, their every step, and know everything about them. If you're a fan of a good team, a dominant team,
why aren't you betting on them? It's just not smart.
It's just not smart.
I don't know. You're wearing Jordans every day. You're not going to invest.
Not to say
you don't Snapchat every day. You're not going to invest.
Not to say he's fearful or anything, but you gotta take a shot to hit it. You know, you gotta. It's you call it a gamble, but we call it a calculated risk. You do your homework, you study, and if you have a good feeling this team is gonna win and cover this point spread, put some money on it, especially if you're a fan of that team. If I was a Patriot fan, for sure, that's a great time to make fan bets. If you're a Patriots or a Cavs or Golden State, yeah, that's great. They're fucking winning all the time.
Or if you a diehard fan and your team was like how my team was the Lakers this past. I made money off the Lakers. We had a couple of shitty seasons. But just know the pulse of your team. Be realistic about it. If you got to get on the money train because your team's a loser, humble yourself.
But, I mean, that's the good thing about following any one team. You should know when to bet with them and bet against them. It's like a stock. You know when to buy it, when to sell it. We're going to short XYZ today. We're going to buy XYZ today. It's the same exact principle. Same shit, different day, man.
And I think one of the biggest things I want to make sure you guys understand is how to read, yes, the spread, but also the money line that goes with it, so you can know when Vegas says Boston plus 1,700 or something stupid, they went too far with that one. Maybe now you're more likely to take it. Boston plus 1,700 is a lot different than the plus 300.
Right.
You know, and what are the chances? Well, every blue moon you're going to go against the logic, but again, we're going to try to make sure you understand. Not only what we take, but how we take it.
Why are we taking it? Why are we taking it? You gotta watch that spread. Like you said, watch the money line. What is Vegas trying to make you believe? What is the public taking? You need to watch the public money. Watch the sharp money. You have to pay attention to everything. Everything's important. It's a real fucking full-time job. We're not just picking sports just because
one team is better than the other.
No, it's real research.
I read the comments all day in Facebook on the ESPN games just because I want to see what general people think about the spread. What are they saying? Who's going to get blown out? Because we all collectively make the spread.
Right.
Vegas puts a line out because they know what'll move with the public's betting interest. You need to put your money where Vegas has their money, ultimately.
not to go back to the final series, but could you explain to the viewers why that, even though based on what we saw, why isn't Golden State favored by a little bit more than 3.5 when they've been beating Cleveland ties?
I believe the spread is only 3.5 right now because Vegas has to give the Cavs some hope. There's a lot of public bettors who still believe the Cavs can win Game 3. So you give them a low spread. You don't want to make it too high, because that'll push them away. Bring it down to 3, something, manageable. People, oh yeah, LeBron, they gonna win. They can cover the 3. They can cover the 3, and it gives them a sense of hope. Mm-hmm. When really, I don't see it. Like I see the whole LeBron, doesn't get swept thing. I see that, but I was in the same spot a couple years. I want to say that was 2008 with the Lakers. Was that the year Dallas won, right?
No, it was way later than that. It was like 2012.
2012 when they got
first year in Miami for LeBron. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so no, that was 11. 2011. Lakers were playing the Dallas Mavericks, and we were heavy on the Lakers.
This is the year after the Lakers won the championship.
Yeah, the year after the Lakers won the championship. They were the home team. We took the Lakers' first 2 games at home. They got cracked. Lost both games at home. Go to Game 3 in Dallas. No way. They cracked. Game 4. No way. Kobe's getting swept. Cracked. And this could be the same thing. The whole world. No way. LeBron ain't fucking get swept. Fucking get swept, man. So don't, so I believe, they're trying to give people the hope. But I don't know, man. I don't see it, man.
Back to Golden State.
I think they're just too outmatched.
I think the point that you made, Rachel, earlier about the fact that home teams get a little bit of love, I look at it as if you take away the 3 points you get for being at home, you're right back at the 6.5, 7 that Vegas was giving you the last 2 games. They gave you 7, they gave you 9. Now they're going to take it back from the 7 back down to 3. I mean, again, it's just to keep us all engaged in it. But again, why isn't Cleveland favored? They were favored last year going into Game 3.
I'll say Durant is a big part in that. Because even before, I'm not going to say I knew how to see.
He's a 4.5 point. He's a 4 point difference maker.
He's worth 4 points, absolutely.
So
I mean, I don't know, man. I think
GS. I mean, I don't want to sound too over cocky for them, but we've been racking our brains the past 3 days. We can't come up with the explanation that will give us a reason why Cleveland will cover, let alone win the game.
Right, and then another thing we got to look at too is Golden State has covered 4 straight games, so it's kind of like, why not? Let's just ride the hot streak out.
Especially with one of the lower point spreads you're gonna get regular season or playoffs. Period. From Golden State.
And even if they do not cover, that's why you bet the same unit every game. Mm-hmm. So we picked the last 4 on Golden State. Even if they lose, we're still going to be +3. So
and that's the benefit of not doing. And I know you're tempted to do a parlay.
Yeah, parlays, no teasers.
Well, let's be fair. We'll tell you. You can throw in a little
parlay. I will say a
quarter of a
parlay, but no teasers, man. I know people. I know you guys love that teaser shit. Add the points. Pick 3 and 4 teams. That shit's a waste. Just pick one game. Pick a spread. You get the same money on your return. I honestly used to be heavy on teasers. I used to love them, especially for football. But I soon found out that there's going to be 3-4 teams every week that are going to bust your teaser, no matter what. No matter what, somebody's going to be a teaser buster. And that's why they make you pick 3 and 4 teams, just so you have a higher probability of picking one of those teaser buster teams.
I mean, what's the case we made? The percentage is to be a good gambler, you need to be 60 to 65%. So we're already accepting that you're going to lose 1 out of 3 bets.
Come on,
so
man.
Why the hell am I going to put in a 3-team parlay to hit 100% of 3 bets when I know to be good, I'm only trying to hit 2?
But even with a parlay, though, you have to put up, you get great odds on your return. On a teaser, you get a fucking 1-to-1 pretty much. You're getting less than 1-to-1.
More things have to happen for you to hit that 1-1.
Yeah, fuck that, man. Let's just pick one game, put up the 100, and get your 100 back. Yeah, don't put 3 teams in a teaser. Fuck, man, pick the spread, man.
We have a phrase we like to call too. If you got a gang of bets out there, you want to take parlay teasers, but there's one game you can just slam. We got a phrase we like to call "drop your bets," untouch your bets. Like don't pace around, scratching your head, mulling it over. If you feel strongly about the game, you did your homework. If you feel strongly about the game and you did your homework, we should still be rolling. So
Yeah, it should be. Just keep going.
just slam it, man. If you usually bet 2, but you feel confident in that game and you might want to take it to 300 or 400, man, just do it. Only if you did your homework, though. Don't let nobody come in and gas you.
Yeah. You wanna.
I'm gonna say you gotta be careful with that though.
Yeah, me too.
Because what I found is the problem with picking a slammer, you are the one telling you what is or isn't a slammer.
But I was just about to get to that. Everybody's bankroll is different, so my slammer might be 300. His slammer might be 700. But whatever.
Well, I like the slammer as a percentage. Maybe that's where you slam 10%.
Yeah. How did you get to this is a slammer?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
and that's another thing. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there are slammers, but we still do it in units. You know, we have a 1-unit game, 2-unit game, 3-unit game, and that's what the more you consider it a slammer. Are you willing to bet 3 units on this game? Are you kind of like it 2 units? You just feel whatever 1 unit, you know? And I think
so tomorrow, what kind of unit game is that?
Tomorrow, I think I would say at least 2 units for sure. I feel pretty confident. Golden State 3.5 points. That's probably the lowest spread they've had.
Even if you lose,
they've had. That's probably the lowest.
To go that far.
I would say 2
I'm
units.
conservative.
No,
I'm always gonna. I would tell you not to even bet the NBA playoffs, right? But I'm gonna say 1 unit for me, for my purposes. I think one of the good things we can do going forward. Let's bear it all out. Let's see how we all finish out over the course of a whole season, taking it at a 1 unit only approach, a more selective bet approach, or a 1 to 2 to 3 unit scaling, kind of revolving. And again, you can measure the results. It all comes down to how well you pick.
Right.
But you just have to understand if you put in a 3 unit bet. And if you miss it, you need to hit the next 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4,
right,
just to get back
don't be
even.
missing them 3 unit bets. You know, don't be calling it. I mean, you're gonna miss.
You're starting out. We're new,
and that's why.
If
you make everything 1 unit, then it doesn't matter. As long as you hit the 60%.
Part of being a smart degenerate is establishing good behavior first, and discipline to the craft first. Once you sharpen your blade, you know where to cut. Now you get to decide when to kind of bump it up or bump it out. When you see things like a plus 1,800 money line, now you know that this is a little bit too cooked. Let me throw a free 100 on the money line just in case they hit.
Right.
The odds are so good. I may still put money on the favorite at minus 500, but the fact is they're going to give me that good level of odds. Then you take your shots in the dark. It's all about when you choose to stick and move. So for the short term, follow us, get the newsletter, stay on the IG, take the picks we tell you to take, man, and just keep it simple.
Everything is documented. We're not one of those.
Simple, man.
We're not those guys that just only post the wins, like we always say. You can see our wins, losses, and just see our transition. So we open book.
We like to just take it slow, man. A game or 2 every day, every other day is all you're gonna need, man. You don't have to bet every game on the schedule today. If you can hit 1 game every day for a week, you're gonna look up at the end of the week and be plus 5 units.
Mm-hmm.
We're currently plus 4 units this week on 2 games.
2 games?
It's 2 games.
2 straight ups.
Plus 4. I was doing almost 300 a unit this week.
And imagine what a parlay could have done.
1,000.
But it wasn't
over
about
1,000
that.
on 2 games.
Let's go ahead. If we end up with a sweep or we end up with a 4-1 victory, why don't we go ahead and take the 8 wins to the 1 loss and call it a day?
Easy.
And not worry about all the parlay. I want to finish up 6 or 7 units for the NBA Finals. Don't you?
Oh, I'm going to.
We halfway there.
I'm going to. The way we're cooking.
So again, that's the thing. The biggest takeaway. Once the percentage that you're hitting is correct, it doesn't matter what the unit is. If your unit is $100, his is $1,000, we're both hitting 60%. Who cares? I can change it and scale it up. Honor the 60% rule more than anything else.
Right.
Sure.
So is there anything else, guys, you want to take out?
I seem to have covered everything, and we're definitely gonna be coming at y'all after what is that, game 3?
Yeah, we come at them.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we should go live game 4.
Maybe we go live. Follow us on the gram. Follow the YouTube channel, Smart Degenerates.
Facebook page coming, all that coming. Just bear with us, but we will be at y'all.
And one more time, really quick, fellas. Again, where can they find you if they wanted to kind of reach out to you directly outside of Smart Degenerates? Is it Mike G on Instagram?
Yeah, Mike G21 on Instagram, Mr. Mike G21 on Twitter. Not really on there much, but yeah, hit me on the gram. Mike G21, SmartDegenerates.
Rashard90302 on the gram. That's RACHAR_90302. RAYSHER_F on Twitter. Yeah, just hop in the DMs. I'm not Hollywood. I'm down to earth. I will respond back and let your next move be your best move. Where can I find you at, Mace?
JMaceO on Instagram, or you can find me on Twitter at Mace+3. If you're ever looking to just talk some mess, hit us up. We're here in the LA area, so locals, what's up?
Squat.
Holla at us, man. Get that money, bitches!